not an easy place at all to come on, or to learn it and get up to speed quickly on your first visit on a MotoGP bike.
Exactly.
And he's doing an absolutely outstanding job, just as we knew he would do. Will it get any better for Acosta then? 7th place it stands at the moment for him, which would be his best since Mugello.
Maverick Vinales saying that he believes if he is in the first 2 rows, he's on target so far, that he can be in for a fight in the race.
So on our 75th anniversary weekend, who is going to be starting the 10-lap Tissot Sprint this afternoon and tomorrow's 20-lap British Grand Prix from pole position? At the moment, it will be the world champion, Pecco Bagnaia. Right on cue, perfect timing. The sun starts shining as we get set there now for the Battle of Britain, the battle for pole position.
Enea Bastianini, you know.
Some lap that.
Yeah, Pecco doing something amazing. Enea only just over, well, just under 2 tenths behind, 1.7, you know, 1/7 tenths behind. Unreal, like the boys on form.
And you can see here Jorge Martin just making sure that he's got clear track. Alex Marquez is sitting up and I think looking maybe for the Martinator. Jorge Martin has a good long look over his left shoulder there and just sees nobody behind him, so it's time for him to crack the throttle wide open.
Got to say, if Enea can, you know, qualify like this, we know how good he is second half of the races. He's really in with a chance, isn't he?
Yeah, good call that, Simon. Yeah, Enea Bastianini's time management in the second half of races is astonishing. We just saw the 2 KTMs, Binder and Miller dawdling a little bit as they came. Yeah, and it's all getting a bit scrappy again, isn't it? Marquez is the one that's rolled out of it this time, and he's cut across the nose there of Fabio Di Gianantonio.
He was waiting for, obviously, Pecco waiting for Mark to go ahead, and then Mark's not in the position he wanted. Looks like Pecco played his cards right.
Yeah, Pecco gunned the throttle, did he, down the Hanger Straight? And
left some traffic between them, yeah.
Yeah, and he's put the 2 VR46 bikes, and now Bezzecchi and Di Gianantonio right between him. Now, how decisive could that little move be by Pecco Bagnaia? That could be a bit of a masterstroke here. Marquez looks over his shoulder as they go down through Vale. Just over 2.5 minutes then of this session remaining. So Bagnaia and the field will have this, well, they'll have 2 more laps, won't they, to try and find a pole time here at Silverstone. Bagnaia then now gets his head tucked under the screen. Into Abbey Corner he goes. Brand new Michelin soft rear tyre on the factory car. Oh, he's run wide. Bagnaia then has gone wide into Abbey Corner, although was that intentional or was that a mistake?
No, that wasn't intentional. I'm sure not at this point. 2 minutes to go, and he had a clear track ahead of him, not people chasing him. He's I'm sure he's got in hot.
He's going to be frustrated.
Yeah, something's
tear off, wasn't it? What's going on?
Right, something hung down in front of his face, maybe a bit of tape or... Yeah,
clearly distracted him, didn't it?
He had the spot, he was going for it. What I did notice also is Marquez, when he looked behind, he realised he's not going to get a better opportunity, he has to go. He rolled out for a little bit to give a gap to catch, but look, the gap wasn't big enough, he's getting held up, and he's super frustrated.
Yeah, he's on a fly here, Marquez, a potential pole time, and he just feels that there he was getting a little bit impeded by Marco Bezzecchi. He's going to get neck ache if he looks around his shoulder any longer at Marc Marquez. Now in the Copse corner, he's Aleix Espargaro on a hot lap as well, and he's on his lonesome, doing all the work on his Todd here, Aleix Espargaro, who turned 35 earlier on this week. The old warhorse still battling hard here, isn't he? This could be some lap to beat the Ducatis, who've been so utterly dominant so far this weekend at the British Grand Prix. And Aleix Espargaro on his own through sectors 3 and 4 now. This is going to be no worries for Aleix. And this just shows you, Simon, that you can do the time on your own. Through he goes to complete Maggots and Beckett. He'll come on to the Hanger Straight now, and he's still hanging in there for pole. Goes Aleix Espargaro. Down the Hanger Straight he goes, and building up to 6th gear. Bastianini has rolled out. That's a shame. Look at Enea. He was on a pole lap as well. What about Jorge Martin? And a quick check on the pole king so far in 2024. Yellow flags are out now also in sector 1. So much to try and keep a top of here at the British Grand Prix in Q2. It's Aleix Espargaro who we rightly focus our attention on. 1 corner left there now. Maverick Vinales, his teammate, has gone down at turn 2. That's a fast get off for Vinales, but it's Aleix Espargaro going to pole position here in Silverstone. He is. What a brilliant lap time. An incredible time by Aleix Espargaro. Where did he find that time? A 1:57.309. Aleix Espargaro over 2/10 clear of Bagnaia.
That is awesome, you know, to a rider that's already announced his retirement turns up here on the Aprilia, which we know is a great bike, but to beat all of the GP24s in a straight out lap time fight, unreal.
Aprilia's captain leading the way as we see what's happened to his teammate Maverick Vinales. Just a little bit further back. This is Aleix Espargaro. That's when he realised. He just saw the time come up on the old lap counter, and he just cannot believe what he has seen. That is an astonishing performance. That is some lap right out of the top drawer by Aleix Espargaro. A 1:57.309 on his 6th lap of that session.